Worst smells? Anything come to mind?
Yep. Skunk.
Skunk. Bad smell.
Bad smell.
Feces.
Poo.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, that one's bad.
We're about to get our fill of that too, I have a feeling.
I'm not ready for that. Dead animal.
Yeah. Man,
When it's just kind of been sitting in the sun for a few days and you get a whiff of that.
or it's been like in your attic or your crawl space.
Dead
or-
mouse.
Yeah, it's just something that, and you didn't know it was even there to begin with, and all of a sudden you smell it. Like, that's terrible. Rotting food.
I was going to say spoiled food in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
That's a bad one. Chunky milk.
So bad. Ugh.
It is.
It's terrible.
How about bloated dead whale? That was on this list. That's very, very specific. I don't know the number of humans in the world that have smelled bloated dead whale, but it's got to be a fairly small percentage. I don't know. I can imagine it's bad.
BO.
Ooh,
BO is rough, man.
it is.
And if you play sports or something, you've smelt this before, in a gym or in a locker
Yeah.
room. And
You need some DO for the BO.
yeah, so it can be bad. What else?
Let's see.
Durian. The durian fruit.
Okay, I always hear people talk about it. I've never smelled it, but I know that it's supposed to be bad.
It is terrible. I can attest to it, and it tastes as bad as it smells. It is awful. It smells like rotting flesh. Avoid it if you can. It's a delicacy to our friends over in the East, but I'm not a fan of it at all.
I know there are people who think that garlic smells really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't trust them.
I know somebody who thinks that.
Really? Do you trust them?
I do.
Really?
But now I'm questioning whether I should or not. How about, speaking of off-gassing, the...
Flatulence?
Yeah. Toot, toot.
Yeah. You get a rich raw one, and it's never good.
Yeah, that's bad. Another one that I think of is
Who's listening to this part? That's what I want to have y'all skipped ahead.
cabbage.
Okay, yeah,
It smells like a dirty diaper,
yeah. Cabbage,
and
kale.
I like cabbage.
Kale's that way too. I hate the smell of kale.
I mean, the way it's pungent.
Yeah, broccoli can be that way too sometimes.
Broccoli, Brussels.
Yeah,
We'll cook them at home, maybe take them somewhere. We come back, and it's just lingering in the air like this heavy scent.
my wife does not like the smell of grease. So, like, if I'm frying something at the house, like, she's like, open up every window. I just, the thick smell of grease is too much for her. There's some animal smells that aren't great. You know, you got like a wet dog,
Oh,
stuff like that.
yeah. Well, see, here's one. My sisters, they've both said this over the years. They're like, they always tell their kids if they've been outside playing, they're like, you stink like outside. You need to go take a shower.
Outside has a smell.
I don't know if I understand that or not.
Really? I do deeply.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Ding. Tracker.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has a certain smell. It smells like not quite BO, but some sweat and just the grasses and stuff like that. Just all of it kind of mixed together. I know what they're talking about.
Bad breath.
Bad breath is another one. I am always self-conscious of bad
Halitosis.
breath. Yeah. I always like to have mints and stuff with me just because I'm nervous about that. Okay. Any other bad ones?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, since we've lost all our listeners, though, and our viewers on YouTube. By the way, go watch on YouTube if you haven't ever seen our faces.
Sometimes it's fun to see us.
Yeah, we make lots of facial
I
expressions.
watched one of ours episodes the other day and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was like it's the first time I was seeing it. I was like, oh man, that was great. That was hilarious. Yeah, it was wonderful.